Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making millions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/hidden. Protect yourself now at aura.com/hidden.
If your fashion wish list lives rent-free in your brain, you need to be on Poshmark. With Poshmark, you're shopping millions of listings from thousands of closets, each curated by someone with their own style. Vintage finds, designer pieces, and everyday staples all in one place. Search for your favorites or let the discovery come to you. Poshmark makes it easy to find what you actually want to wear at prices that feel like a quiet win. Download the Poshmark app today and use code PODCAST10 when you sign up to get $10 off your first purchase.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Change Your Story podcast. If you are new here, I just want to say welcome. I am your host and transformation coach, Hannah Dawson. And I am just so grateful that you are here. For all my returning listeners, to all my new listeners, I just want to say thank you for sharing your heart and your mind with me today and your time. And I am so grateful that I get to be in your ears today. Before we jump in, if this podcast has encouraged you in any way, taught you something, or helped you see your journey differently, I would love it if you would share this with another woman, a friend, family member, someone that comes to your heart and your mind as you're listening. We all have those people. Share it with them. Tag me on social media. And if you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a rating and review. On Spotify and Apple, it's a little bit different, but if you go to the homepage, scroll to the bottom, you can hit those 5 stars. You can leave a little review. It helps other women like you find this podcast. The more ratings, the more reviews I get, the more Apple and Spotify start to show this episode. So I just want to say thank you if you already have, and if you would be so kind to do it, I would be forever grateful. That is it. That is all. Let's get into today's episode. So this new series we are starting is called Meal Prep Made Simple. I have 4 episodes in this series that I'm really excited to share with you. And I wanted to create this because I think we have made nutrition and meal prep way too complicated, like more overwhelming than it needs to be. And I think this is where most women fall off. They get frustrated. They really struggle. I think there's 2 types of women that just need to understand more and they can apply. And then there's women that just really struggle with their relationship with food. We'll save that for another episode. But, understanding where you're at is really important, and simplifying how you want to feel and where it is that you want to go in regards to your goals, right? Some things that I hear women say all the time are, I don't have enough time. Eating healthy is too expensive. I don't know what to make. I feel overwhelmed. Meal prep takes forever. I'm good for a few days and then I fall off. And so, this is what I hear a lot. And so I thought, I'm going to cover these in each episode. I want to know what one resonates with you most. So don't be shy, reach out to me, let me know what one resonated with you. And everything that we talk about, links, courses, challenges, the Fit Club, everything will be in the show notes below. But we are going to simplify everything over these next episodes for you. We're going to talk about some of the stories and beliefs that make eating for our goals just feel so overwhelming. And I'm going to give you practical ways to make nutrition actually fit your life. Not perfectly. So get that out of your head. Not the life where you have 3 hours every Sunday to cook. We don't need to do that. And we're going to talk about that, but actually fit your life. And today we're really going to start with something that I see all of the time. We're just going to hit the nail on the head today. And that is that, we feel like we're binging or we can't control ourselves in the evening. We feel like our cravings just go so out of control in the evening. I don't know if you've ever felt this, but I have been there in moments in my life where I felt like there was this dread of the evening. It's like this craving monster. Sabotage Sue comes out after dark and she just has no willpower. I don't know if you resonate with that, but I felt like that for so long. And so I'm going to share with you what causes this and how to overcome this. So I'm not sure if you've ever caught yourself saying this, but I'm so good all day and then nighttime comes and I completely blow it. Like you just shoot yourself in the foot every night. Maybe you wake up with the best intentions. You have your coffee, you eat your breakfast. Maybe you don't. You get the kids out of the door, you go to work, you're running around, you're answering emails, you're doing all the things. Then lunchtime comes and you don't really have anything prepared. You kind of just, or you're busy and you're like, I don't have any food with me. So maybe you grab something small, maybe you have a snack, maybe you actually go through the drive-through or not. Maybe you just white knuckle it until you think, oh, when I get home, I'll have something. Maybe you tell yourself you're not that hungry, or you drink another coffee to make the hunger go away, right? Or you're this one, I don't want to eat now because I can save my calories for later on in the evening when I have those snacks. Then I won't feel guilty about it because I won't have ate during the day. Again, maybe you're just freaking busy that suddenly 3 o'clock comes around and you realize, oh my gosh, I barely ate today. And so I want you to see a picture that's happening here, an image, a visual that's happening here. So when this happens, you come home, you're hungry, you're hangry, you're tired, your brain has been making decisions all day. So you eat dinner, right? Or maybe you grab takeout for dinner, who knows? Because by this time you're exhausted, you can't think. And then you keep picking. So you clean up after dinner and you clean up your kids' plates, but you actually clean them up and put them in your mouth instead of in the garbage can, right? You're picking, maybe there's only a little bit of leftover. So you might as well eat it. You don't want to throw it away. There's not enough to make a lunch for the next day. So now you've ate your dinner plus more, right? Oh, then dinner's all done and now you have a sweet craving. And then you crave something salty and you're standing in the pantry at 9 o'clock wondering why you can't stop eating. Or you go to bed, watch a show and you've had a great day and then all of a sudden you're like, this would taste good. I don't know if you've ever, I could go for a crunch right now, maybe some chips or some candy or, the ice cream. And you start thinking about all the things that you have in your pantry and your fridge. And so then you find yourself back in the kitchen staring, maybe eating straight from the kitchen, or maybe you just bring it back into your bed or back in front of the TV and you don't portion, you just eat it, and here's the thing. That's exactly the story we immediately tell ourselves when that happens. I have no self-control. I was good all day. I ruined everything. So as you eat it, then it's like instant guilt, right? Kind of like buyer's remorse, but for food. You're like, the craving sounds so good, and then you eat it, and then you're thinking, what did I just do? Why can't I control myself? Why can't I stick to it? What's wrong with me? I have no willpower. I have no motivation. I can't do this. But here's the thing that I want you to think about, and a way I want you to shift your perspective or your perception, right? What if nighttime isn't actually the problem? What if it's not that you don't have willpower or that something's wrong with you or that your cravings or that you have a binging problem? What if none of that is the issue? If instead of instantly putting ourselves down, instantly beating ourselves up, we decided to get curious. We decided to have a look at our day instead. What we did from the time we got up, the moments that we had in our day, what our day looked like, right? Before you beat yourself up, you start blaming nighttime, I want you to look at how you took care of daytime you, right? Did you eat breakfast? And if you did, what did you eat? Was it balanced? Did you have all your macronutrients, or did you skip breakfast, right? Did your breakfast contain the things that it needed to contain to help you? Did you eat lunch? Was lunch an actual meal? Or was it coffee? Was it a handful of crackers, 3 bites of whatever your kids didn't finish, or maybe some snacks they left in your car, or maybe you just grabbed, highly processed, highly sugar stuff. Maybe you went through McDonald's or Starbucks, right? Did you go 5 to 6, 7, maybe 8 hours without eating? Because here's the thing. Your body doesn't know that you're trying to be good. All your body is saying is, I need energy, right? You think it's, I have no control, I'm having these cravings. Your body's like, I need energy. You've depleted me of not just calories, but macronutrients, right? You have been underfueling yourself throughout the day. So it makes sense that your hunger is going to catch up on you. There's nothing wrong with your body, actually. It's actually functioning and it's supporting you the best that it can. Because calories are energy. And we need energy. Our brain uses carbs for energy. Our muscles need to be repaired with protein. Our hormones use fats. And if we're not getting a balanced mixture of them, and vegetables add fiber and nutrients, and fruits and phytonutrients and vitamins, right? And if we are underfueling, our hunger is going to catch up on us. It doesn't mean that you have failed. It doesn't mean something's wrong with you, that you're a binger, you're a sabotager, right? Sometimes you are just freaking hungry. And this is one of the reasons I think lunch is such an overlooked meal when women are trying to change their nutrition. Like, honestly, probably 10 times out of 10, when I help women with their nutrition, lunch is the skipped thing. It's either lunch or breakfast, one of the two, lunch or breakfast. It just gets skipped altogether, right? And then they fall off and then they beat themselves up. But it's like, okay, well, we're not eating enough throughout the day. So of course, if you're not eating enough throughout the day and if you output a lot and you're not inputting the things that your body needs to support you and to help you, it's going to try to make up and get energy wherever it can. And most times it's going to crave sugar and carbs. And when you don't have energy, you get tired. So you even crave more sugar and carbs, right? So it's almost like, we get frustrated with ourselves that we have no willpower, but at the same time, we're not helping ourselves either. So it's looking at how are we taking care of ourselves throughout the day. Now, I know a lot of women are like, I'm busy, or I've heard even some people, I'm a teacher, I have to sub on, noon breaks, or I'm running around all day, I don't have time to carry lunches with me. All of that is crap, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you on it. You can carry a lunch with you. You can make it. I've eaten in front of people when I've been doing things. You just have to make it a priority for you. People don't care. You can actually eat it. And sometimes you might have to just eat at a different time when you know that you're going to be busy, but you have to stick to those times and those commitments. You just have to do it. And I think we overcomplicate lunch, because we think that it needs to be this elaborate fancy meal, or a meal that we need to heat up and have a fork and a knife for. No, you don't, right? You don't need these fancy, all these different ingredients. You don't need a microwave. You need to figure out where you're at and what you can manage and what works for you. You don't need to eat different lunches every single day. Rinse and repeat the basics. Find something you like, find something that works for where you're going to be at during the day, and that's what you're going to have. Some meal prep for women and their lunches may look like something you can heat up, may look like the dinner the night before. And maybe for some of you, it's a tuna sandwich. Maybe for some of you, it's a protein shake with an apple and some nuts. And yeah, that doesn't look like a typical lunch, but you're hitting all your macronutrients. That's the difference. It's having flexibility while still being disciplined. You don't need to spend hours meal prepping on a Sunday or the weekends. Honestly, the thought of that feels exhausting. You don't need to. You just need to figure out what you need, make it easier to feed yourself before you start starving, right? Before you enter that hangry zone. Maybe that's prepping some protein ahead of time. Maybe that's making, one recipe and turning it into 4 or 5 lunches. Maybe it's just making extra dinner and then taking that extra dinner when you're cleaning up and putting it in a container for the next day. Maybe it's having a few staple foods in your fridge that you can just throw together in 5 minutes, whether that's lunch meat, beef jerky, protein shakes, apples, cut up veggies, things like that. Right? Something that you can that's easy to throw together. Again, the goal isn't for you to be perfect. It's just to remove some of the friction between you and the choice that you already want to make. It's trying to make the choice easier for your brain to understand that, just to take less energy, because then it will be easier to commit to, easier to stick to. There's no right or wrong way. You're going to have a certain amount of nutrients and calories that you need to consume. And when you consume them, when you give your body what it needs, your body will do what you want. Because here's the thing, when you are starving, exhausted, and standing in front of the fridge at 3 o'clock or at 8 o'clock at night, that's not when you want to try to invent what you want to eat for lunch the next day. The thing is, we want to make the decision earlier on, right? We want to make the decision of what it's going to look like before the week starts and meeting ourselves where we are at. So I'm going to give you a challenge this week, ladies. Here's what I want you to do. Don't overhaul your nutrition after listening to this, or go ChatGPT, how many calories, what should I be eating? I just want you to look at one thing. I just want you to look at your lunches, right? For the next few days, just pay attention. I want you to look at not even your lunches, just look at your day, right? What time are you eating? And what are you eating? Just pay attention. Even keep a notes app in your phone. This is not when I want you to change anything, but just be a detective. Get curious. Start paying attention to your habits and what you are doing. Are you eating enough to actually feel satisfied when you eat? What are you eating? Are you eating protein? Are you eating more carbs? What are the choices that you are making? And just be mindful and just start paying attention and jotting little notes down. And what I want to say is that most importantly, how does that change what happens later on in your day? So what I want you to pay attention to is, if you find yourself in the fridge or at night in the pantry, or maybe both, think about your day. Stop yourself and think, what did I eat today? How did I move today? Maybe you did eat. Maybe here's the thing. Maybe you're like, well, I did have lunch and I did have this, but you might just not be eating enough, right? There's a certain amount that we need for our age, our activity level, our goals, that we need. There's a certain amount of energy and macronutrients. So again, that could be the issue too. So the goal here is just to become a detective of what is going on. Not saying, what's wrong with me? I'm such a loser. I suck at this. I'm never going to get my nutrition on track. This is unrealistic for me. No. We are not going down that rabbit hole. You are going to get curious. You are going to be kind with yourself. You're going to, be patient, and you're going to find your answers. You all probably already know what you're doing subconsciously. We just have to make it more conscious, right? We have to kind of pay a little bit more attention, and you'll find your answers. Your answers are actually right in front of you. And you'll see kind of what's happening. You'll be able to see. And here's the thing about seeing is that's awareness. And once we have awareness, we can choose differently. And when we choose differently, that's really when we change our story, right, ladies? And so what I want to say about this is, I was really thinking, this is really what women are struggling with, is their food. I'm like, I just want to hone into this. So I want to share something that I'm going to be launching in September. I'm really excited about September. We're calling September Strong. Strong Start September. I haven't decided yet, but September Strong. We have a few new programs launching within the app, but the one that we're focusing on in September is called Strong Bodies. And this program is to just help you build a strong foundation with yourself, with your body, with your health, with your goals, right? It's a beautiful program. It's going to be so much fun, but I wanted to pair that with something that I could help you with your nutrition. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to start the 30-minute meal prep club. I'm going to teach you what I do, right? I'm going to teach you what I do. 30 minutes on a Sunday, done. You're prepped for your whole entire week. How does she do that? It's not overwhelming. We're not doing 50 different things, but I'm going to teach you what that is. So I'm launching my 30-minute meal prep club. It is $33. That's it. No subscriptions, nothing. You just pay once, and it's for September. So what do you get with that? The links will be below too. You're going to get my Macros Made Simple ebook, as well as we go live on Zooms on September 13th and September 20th. Those are Sundays at 9 a.m. All right, so you don't even have to have your camera turned on. You can just have me on there, and you'll get your meal plan. On the Friday, you're going to get your grocery list. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to focus on breakfast and lunch and then snacks. Now, if you're like me and have cottage cheese out of container, I'm not gonna prep that. So just figure out what is most important to you. If it's breakfast and lunch, you'll pick those two things, and I'm gonna teach you based on the recipes how you can do this in 30 minutes and less. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll prep. We'll talk. We'll drink our coffee. We can be in our PJs. It's gonna be very relaxed, but we're going to get it done, and we're going to feel so good. So you'll have 2 sessions, and we're doing it September 13th just because the weekend before is the Labor Day weekend. And then the next weekend, normally this will be bi-weekly every 2 weeks. But September is just a funny month because my daughter's birthday is on the bi-weekly, that's 27th. So I'm just going to do them back to back. So you're going to get me 30 minutes on a Sunday, and I'm going to help set you up for your whole week. And then you're going to have access to these videos. So you can just press play on the weekend that you're not with me and re-prep with me again. The same thing. And then we're kind of test piloting this. So I want to see how September goes. I want to see who signs up, if you guys love it, if this is something you would like to continue. And then we'll just kind of do it on a monthly basis, $33. You pay as you go, like pay for the month. You can take a month off, maybe come back, pay for another month. $33. You get access to that month forever. So you'll get access to your meal prep vault in the app, and it will say September. You'll have the video, the live recording from when you were with me, or you'll have 2 of them, 2 meal plans, plus your Macros Made Simple ebook that you can take anywhere with you. And this is so fun because it's teaching you flexibility. It's going to, if you're like, oh, I don't have meals prepped, what could I eat on the go? And you're going to see, it's going to help you. It's going to make it simple. It's like a 1, 2, 3 step method. I love it. I created it for you. So that is my little sales pitch for what we're going to do in September. September strong start. Start your nutrition off strong. Take care of you. Choose to give yourself, oh my gosh, 30 minutes a week. It will save you time. It will save you money. It will save you energy. Like, that is so important, and you'll feel good, and you'll be that much closer to reaching your goals because those things will be out of the way, and you'll feel so proud of yourself, so confident. And then if you've been struggling with your workouts, then you might even feel more motivated to work out because your nutrition is on track. You'll have more energy, and you won't go to bed feeling guilty because you binged the night before. All right. So again, if this is something that you're like, Hannah, I want to do this, everything is in the show notes below this podcast. Click add yourself to the email list. It will send you an email right away to sign up. You can sign up right away. You'll have access September 6th. And then we're going to get going. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to help you on this journey. This, to me, has really changed everything. And it was so simple. And I'm like, why did I never think about doing this? This is what women need. You need me to be in your kitchen with you. I can do that. I can go live on a Zoom. You'll get the Zoom link and everything too. And you'll have your ingredients, and we're going to do it together. And I'm going to show you how to be more efficient too, to make it really fast, like probably 20 minutes, but we're going to have time to ask questions. So meet me there. I'm excited. Everything's in the show notes. I'm so excited, you guys. Because next episode, we are going to be talking about meal prep. It does not need to take your whole Sunday, and what that looks like, and why we feel like it has to be this overwhelming thing. I'm going to help take the overwhelm out of that. So I will see you next week to talk about why your meal prep does not need to take your whole Sunday and how to shift your perspective on that. That's it. That's all. I love you all. Bye for now.
When you need to send the perfect rose bouquet, only one brand can say they've been the floral authority for 50 years. 1-800-Flowers. Why should you trust 1-800-Flowers? They hand-select every stem to ensure top quality. And with nationwide delivery, smiles and satisfaction are 100% guaranteed. And right now, when you order a dozen multicolored roses, we'll double it at no extra cost. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Order today at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.